Hey, it's Tim, and good morning to you. I'm here in the wilderness, in the nature, doing some hiking today, getting out of the city. I've got a large 24-ounce coffee that I got at a gas station. It's gas station coffee, and I'm out here as usual. This isn't some special video. I'm out here just to be in the wilderness, to be out of the city, to be out of the normal routine of life, just to come out and walk around. And I don't know what exactly is going to happen today. This is one of those, I just wanted to talk to you. I had all kinds of stuff in my mind. I wanted to come out into the nature, in the wilderness, and now is a perfect time because it's starting to cool off here. The evenings are getting cold. It is fall. It is starting to become actually fall. But it's that time of year where it's colder at night, but it's still kind of warm during the day. Like I wouldn't normally go hiking with a cup of coffee, but it's still a bit of a brisk morning, but the sun is shining. But I thought I would just get a cup of coffee. Well, I got a sandwich, peanut butter pickle sandwich in my backpack here, and I've got some waters, and I've got my big mat, like my 1/4-inch Gossamer Gear. Is it 1/8 inch? I think it's 1/8 inch. Gossamer Gear foam mat that I'm going to lay out in the grass somewhere and sit and relax and be quiet and enjoy some time of meditation and just being present. I'm going to show you what the wilderness looks like today. Maybe that'll be enough for you. You just want to see what it looks like outside. The leaves are starting to change color, and up here we've got a bunch of this oak mixed with pine, and so you see all different kinds of trees and bushes, that kind of stuff. It's real pretty. So come with me today. We're going to walk around. We're going to talk around a little bit and just see the nature here in the Southern California mountains. And to be specific, Mount Laguna, where I come often to escape the hurriedness of life. We're going down this hill right here. I gotta be careful. All right, let's walk and drink coffee together, you and me, here in the wilderness. I keep hearing stuff in the bushes. Also today, I'm wearing a brand new pair of shoes. I'm the kind of shoe person that I buy new Ultras. And when I buy new Ultras, those are my hiking shoes. And my old Ultras become my daily shoes. It's kind of like all I have. I have a pair of Doc Martens that I wear to work sometimes. But mostly, I wear Ultra Timps. I've had the Lone Peaks. I think I just threw away a pair of Lone Peaks. But then I'll wear the new ones hiking, and the older ones become my daily shoes for work and whatever. But they get kind of thrashed, and I had 2 of them, and my toes were starting to stick through the bottom. It was getting pretty bad, so I bought a pair of new Ultra Timps that I'm wearing right now, and they're kind of stiff and very, very grippy. When the sole's new, it's very, very grippy. There's like motocross tire tread on the bottom, like super sharp lugs and nubs, and I keep tripping because it's very grippy. But yeah, new shoes. Breaking in some new shoes. And the old ones will become the dailies. Look at the sunlight on that tree right there. It's real pretty. You can see the leaves starting to change colors, and some of them are dying off, and some of them are staying put. And they're green and fancy. Also smells really nice out here. That's one of the things I want to talk about today as we walk along the path. And I drink my coffee and tell you stuff that's going on in my mind. And that is, I'm on the, I think I might be on the second half of life. I'm not sure, but I'm older now, and that's why I feel like I can say some of these things with confidence and with authority. Not like the authority, but some personal authority, like where you kind of figure things out for yourself in life, and you're pretty sure that's it. You're pretty sure that that's right. That doesn't mean everybody's going to agree, but for you, that's pretty much right. Because for a long time, you're kind of wondering what's going on. You might think you know stuff, when you're younger. But as you get older, well, maybe those things just change. You know, like what's important to you, and how the world works, and how things happen, and that kind of stuff. And it's all very subjective. You know, it's really just. But when you're talking about yourself, I wish I could go back, you know, and kind of rearrange some things that I did and the way I lived my life when I was younger. Because when I think back at my younger days of life, I'm very disappointed in myself sometimes. I get very discouraged. And I don't want to think about it. What an idiot. You did what? You know, you think back and you're like, what a moron. You know, do you ever do that? I do that. I mean, I'm older now. If you're younger, and you're thinking, I am the bomb. I've got this down. I know what I'm doing. I got tons of money. I got everything I need. I'm very happy. No, you don't. You're going to figure something out later that's better. It may not be what everybody else says is better, but for you, it's going to be better. Hopefully that happens. Like right now, this is way better to me than riding a motorcycle at 70 miles an hour across a desert. That used to be the best and most important thing to me. But now, hey, look, horse poop. You know how I know that's horse poop? Because it is. Yeah, the things that are important in your life change. To me right now, it's way more important to take it easy. It's not that big a deal. Nothing is that big a deal. Nothing is that important that you lose your mind over stuff, and you ruin relationships, and you cause all kinds of grief for other people. I don't know what else we're going to talk about. That was just kind of me rambling, but and I'm probably not going to edit any of this. I really like hiking here because this, at least right here where I'm at, is because you drive down a dirt road a ways. This is a very popular weekend area for hiking, backpacking, mountain biking, etc. And in fact, in a little while, I'll be on a part of the trail where it's very, very popular. I'm going to switch hands with my coffee and my camera because the sun is over there. Hold on. The sun is over there, and it's shining in your eyes. And I know you don't like that. So, yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I like to hike over here because there's at least in this part of the trail, there's nobody. There's hardly ever anybody. Sometimes I'll see somebody with a dog way off yonder in the distance or something. It's real pretty. Lots of trees. Some of the areas you get out, it's very exposed and open down in the meadows by the lakes and stuff. Very exposed, lots of bikes and stuff, especially on the weekends. But right now, this area, and it smells so good. Like fresh cut laundry. Right here in the wilderness. Drinking coffee, walking on the path, walking on the trail. Looks like this. But yeah, I'm over the 50. I'm over the 50. I'm 52 years old right now. I'm starting to look back and even look forward quite a bit more and realize slower is better. Slower, and still, I'm not there yet. Just so you know, I'm not there yet. I'm not fully modified in my thinking to embrace the slowing. I still have this battle in my mind going on all the time of what do I have to do next to make things better. The next thing I got to do, my whole day is planned out. In fact, I've got a plan for the whole day today. When I woke up this morning, actually yesterday, I planned out the day. I'm going to go hike in the morning. And then, look at me, I'm out of breath. And then I'm going to come home. I actually have some responsibility things to do, work things I have to take care of before tomorrow. Some household things, some, not really family things, but things around the house and, those kinds of stuff. It's all planned out. Every day is all planned out. Tomorrow, I got 2 jobs to go do. Then I'm going to come home. It's Monday. I'll probably go ride my bike for exercise. It's all planned out. There's no like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. It's all planned out. And sometimes I don't like doing that. I don't want to do it. I want to be bored. I'm never bored. Sure is pretty out here. Morning. Hi.
Good morning. Yeah.
Beautiful day.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Hey.
You know what else I like that I've gotten older? This is gonna be ironic because I'm making a video of me talking and walking and telling you stuff, but I like to see people in passing and say, hi, how are you? It's a great day, blah, 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 and see you later. Or not. You know, it's kind of like, I don't want to talk to you about stuff. I'd rather talk to the camera. That's not right. That's not right, is it? I don't, never mind. That's not right. I do kind of miss the human connection sometimes. Except for this guy at Starbucks that keeps coming down and talking to me, sitting down and telling me stuff that I didn't click on. You know, like this, you can click on. I'm going to tell you in the title what this video is about. I hope I relay that, and maybe the thumbnail is going to give you. It'll have given you a good idea of what I'm going to talk about, and so you clicked on it on purpose. But when somebody comes and sits down with you, uninvited, or maybe you welcomed them in, but they start telling you stuff you didn't click on. That's going to be my new response. Hey, I didn't click on that. I didn't ask you for that. That means I'm getting older. Yeah, I didn't click on that. That's my new phrase. Shut up, I didn't click on that. No, that's not very nice. But, you know, sure is pretty. Look at these bushes in this trail. You know what else? I drank that coffee, it's gone. I don't have to carry it now, which I'm grateful for. I shoved it in my backpack because we leave no trace of our existence here in the wilderness. Not even an orange peel or something. Those take a long time to soak back into the earth, as they say, or a banana peel or something like that. You just take it with you. There's trash cans everywhere, and you can put it in the appropriate landscape, because I don't want to be walking down the trail right here and see, and it's unfortunate when you're in areas like this, sometimes you see toilet paper piled up on the ground. It's very discouraging, and I kind of feel like I want to clean it up, but I don't want to touch it. It's gross, and neither does nobody else. So I know sometimes it's hard to, you didn't plan appropriately. Somewhere there's a sock and a beanie in the forest that I buried, but at least I buried it because I wasn't prepared with the appropriate bathroom supplies. It happens. Gosh, the grasses are tall. Pretty soon there's going to be snow here. Well, maybe in a couple months, I guess. This is a real pretty, like, little marshy thing right here. A lot of times there's water in here, like a little creek babbling through, but lots of moisture builds up in there, so you get these tall grasses. And out here in a little bit, you've seen this before if you've watched any of my videos, there's cows out here in the meadow, and they're pooping all over the meadow and fertilizing the grasses. And then the grasses grow up. The cows eat the grass, and then they poop it right back down into the ground. It's the circle of life. You eat it, and then you poop it back into the ground, and then you eat it again. That's gross. All right, moving along here. Beautiful trail, beautiful day. Talking about life. See this hat I'm wearing? I wouldn't have worn a hat like this in the olden days. I would have felt, well, that's kind of gumpy. I'm not going to wear that. That's for an old man. But now, I love my hat. Got this great big brim. I don't care what anybody thinks about my hat or what I look like. It doesn't matter to me at all. It blocks the sun. It keeps my head a lot cooler. It gets filthy and gross, and I can wash it just in a stream or something like that. Kind of shake it, put it back on, and it dries out. Or at home I can hang it up and it dries. It's just covers my neck and stuff, and I don't get over sunned, and it keeps me in the shade almost all day. Anyway, I like it. But it has this big brim, and so when I'm walking on the path and I'm in deep thought, I'm staring at the ground, like just now a few moments ago, some dudes on bikes came around the corner, and I didn't see them, and they were being super quiet. They had their bikes in stealth mode or something, and the guy hollered, "Coming at you!" And I was able to pop up and jump off the trail like this so they could go zooming by. Now, he would have killed me, but had he not hollered out. And so he did, and that saved my, he the very person and vehicle that was going to kill me saved my life. So that was pretty good. I like that. I'm walking up here to this. I remembered from a video a while back that I did. Somebody, a viewer commented, said, "Hey, go check out this gravesite thing." And it took me a while to find it, but I found it, and we've returned. It's here, and I thought, that makes me think about death, and it's Halloween time, so we can go ahead and talk about death and spooky stuff. But there's some grave markers here. James Weller Kemp, he lived from 1930 to 2015. And Trevor Kemp lived from 1892, to 1989. You can't read that because it's super shiny, but I can read it. And then this person over here, Flora Chilwell Money, from 1884 to 1972. And we got some other ones back here. Here's some other Chilwell, 1847 to 1888. Wow, these are old. 1887 to 1966. These are older grave markers, but it makes me think about not death like, ooh, creepy, but like what happens? What do we do in our society when people die? We have a ceremony. We have some kind of memorial kind of thing, a funeral, and then we put the lifeless dead body into a box. sorry to be graphic, and stick him in the ground. We put them in the ground, and they're buried there, and that's what we do. And I kind of thought our bodies were made of the same thing as the earth, like a carbon-based whatever form. I don't know the scientific stuff about it, but it's all earthly stuff. It's stuff that's natural. Our body's made of things that are natural from the earth. We're gonna walk over here because there's a bench. We're gonna sit on the bench, and out overlooking the beautiful meadow. Yeah, our bodies are from the earth, and the idea is that we bury our body back in the earth, and it decomposes and is reabsorbed of the same materials back into the earth. And right now we have boxes buried in the ground with dead bodies in them all over the place, hundreds of thousands of them, millions of them, boxes. And the bodies decompose, but much slower and not near as naturally. I kind of think that's wrong. Look, there's a bench here. We're going to sit on it and talk and look out over the beautiful meadow here. I'm going to sit down where it's peaceful and quiet, and this bench feels like I'm going to break it. But yeah, I think we're supposed to be buried in dirt. We had a chicken die recently at our house, and I buried it in the ground. Right in the ground. No box, no coffin, no service, no ceremony. And the chicken's body will decompose and go right back into the earth. So why are we doing this thing where we put the body in a box? We don't need to get weird about it or talk too long about it, but I thought that was kind of weird. Why do we do that? That seems very unnatural. Our bodies are supposed to reassimilate or reabsorb back into the earth. And our soul, who we are, it lives on. We won't get weird about that either, but it lives on, and we go and do whatever you believe. lots of argument there, but that lives on. It's who you are. It's your soul. Man, it's beautiful out here. I'd love to come out here and just be quiet. I'm not being quiet, I'm talking, but in the quiet, in the peacefulness, here, in the wilderness, amongst the nature. All right, that's good. Look, there's some other hikers down there. Oh, and she's filming herself talk. She's got her phone up. I don't know if you can see that. They can't see me. I'm up here in disguise. But she's got her phone out, and she's holding her phone up over her head. Yeah, she was making a video. What a weirdo. Filming yourself talk. I was just walking here thinking, because that's what we're doing today, we're thinking about stuff, and I was just reminding myself that as we get older, as I get older, I start to sound like, I think probably like my grandparents or something. Like for every generation, it seems like technology and the future and all that stuff is out of control. Like the technologies and stuff that we have now, I can think of computers and self-driving things and cars and self-automated, like even just cars. Like lately, I don't want a new car. There's way too much stuff in there that goes on. I rented a car with Audrey on our road trip, and it would tell you maybe you should take a break. It was a lot. We drove like 5-6 hours a day, and it tells you several times throughout the day. The thing comes up on the screen, and the lady tells you, consider taking a break. No, I don't need to take a break. I'm fine. Things like that. And if you're stopped at a red light and you don't accelerate into, to move forward fast enough, it tells you the lead car is pulling away. Okay, thanks. I know that. You don't need to tell me. I've also kind of understood in my older age more about how we treat people. For example, well, here's the example. Recently at work, there was a situation. At work. There was a guy. I'm in kind of a construction field. This was a small custom house. Actually, it was a big custom house, but a small project. And there was a guy. I see this guy often. He's very loud, man. He's a bully. He's very loud. He's the boss. He's the owner of the company. And their guys are there making their installations, doing their work. And he's just all the time just screaming at him, yelling at him. All for like, and then going on and on and on. It's not like, darn it, he just goes on and on. And it's usually at this one guy. And I've been on several jobs with him, and I usually mind my own business. But the other day, it's like last week, I was listening to him yell at this guy, and I kind of turned around and I walked over to see what was going on. Not without, trying to keep my distance. And he's yelling at this guy. This is an older man. This guy he's yelling at is an older guy. And he's a helper. His job is to carry stuff, set things up, clean up, things like that. He's just screaming at this guy. He's worked for him for a long time, I guess. But then he started really digging into his character, like really digging into his, like insulting who he was. Calling him stupid, calling him dumb. You're worthless. You should be fired. Why do I put up with you? Really digging into this guy. And I listened to it for a while, and I had enough. I said, that's enough. And I looked at that guy because I could see him. I looked at him. His shoulders were down. His head was down. And I thought, this guy is a bully. This guy's a bully, and I can't take it anymore. And I've never done this before. And I was very nervous, but I was also very angry. And I intervened. I intervened and got in this guy's face. And I'm not gonna get it. I was mad, so I was screaming at him and yelling at him. And I was very, very upset with the way that guy was being treated. And I looked at him and I said, you don't deserve this. You deserve better. And the other guy was yelling, he should be fired. I said, well, then fire him so he can go do something else. It was a horrible situation, but I felt rotten for that guy. That man was making him feel like a worthless human being, and it made me so mad. Anyway, you can yell at people. You can be upset and frustrated with people, and you can scream at them and insult them and make them feel rotten, but you can also say nothing at all, but think it and feel it, and it comes out in the way you look at them, the way you speak to them, even in casual conversation, in the way you behave, your body language. So it's more than just insulting with your words. You can really tear somebody down without saying anything at all. And if somebody is kind of receptive to those things, they're going to pick up on it. They're going to know exactly what you're thinking. They're going to know exactly how you feel about them. And I've learned that as I've gotten older. And it's not, how do I say this? It's kind of a complicated situation. So if you do something I think is stupid, and it's frustrating to me that you did something so stupid, you might know that I'm thinking that way. It might come out in the way I behave and the way I act. But if I don't think that way to begin with, why is it stupid? Why does it have to be something stupid? You know, why is it that what you did was dumb? Is it because of my standards? You're not meeting my standards. You're not meeting what my expectations are for you, or what I think you should be doing. This is all my problem, not their problem. And yet we tear people down with our opinion of them, not with our words. So I've learned, as I've gotten older in my relationships, to think of people in a different way. Not trying to meet my standards or meet my approval in what they should be doing or what they should be, how they should be behaving, but putting ourselves on an equal playing field completely. It's a humility thing. I'm not better than you. It's a humility thing. And we've got to be accepting and humble to everybody's personalities, who they are, what they like, what they believe, how they act, how they behave, their accent, how they talk, what color they are, whatever it is. We have to be tolerant. That's not even right. I don't even like the word tolerant, because that suggests that I'm accepting who you are. I'm just going to go ahead and, even though you're a loser, I'm going to accept you. I'm going to be tolerant instead of genuinely, really, from here, knowing who people are and accepting people for who they are, just like they accept us. And man, it even sounds bad when I say it like that. I'm accepting you for your shortcomings. Man, it's something we really got to change inside. We got to not be like that. I love you. I love you a lot. Sorry, that was weird. But yeah, how do we do that? I don't know. Just through remindedness. I think our society is horrible. Our society is horrible. There's so much. You got to win. You got to fight. Hard work, dedication comes with good results. I don't know. That's why I come out here. That's why I come out here and just walk around and think about stuff. My wife's grandma used to tell us all the time when we left the house, be nice to each other. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple when you think of it that way. Be nice to each other. So we tell our kids, my son and his wife come over all the time. Whenever they leave, we always say it, be nice to each other. And that came from my wife's grandma. And hopefully it'll go to their kids too, maybe. Just be nice to each other. It's so simple. And it means so much. There's a little lake right here, like a pond. I think this is called the Little Laguna Lake. And this right here, I just walked across it, but this thing right here is like a dam, like probably man-made. They piled dirt there, so this would fill up and not go down the ravine over there. And so I have to imagine at one time, it's really not necessary these days, it's too dry, but that it was necessary, and that this was all a big beautiful lake, and that the wild animals of the nature would come here from the wilderness, and drink the water. The birds would come and dig around. There's birds in there, there's ducks and stuff, but come dig around. And these are things that we should think about as we get older. Hey, no, as an older person, I'm telling you, these are things that you should think about as a younger person, which I did not. I did not think about these things. I was more interested in going fast, hauling butt, making people like me, stuff like that. And by the way, I hope you like me for this video. But no, you know what I have many friends who are not many friends. Let me say it again without a comma. I have many friends who do a lot of reading on philosophical stuff, religious stuff, some deep theologies and different ways of life, and get really serious. And you want to know what I read? I've read some of those things too, and sometimes I watch videos about that and I get caught in a little hurricane of ugliness, of yucky feelings. So you want to know what I read? I've got a couple of books that I picked up by an author who writes these little stories about, well, I'll just tell you. His name is Schulz, and his characters are called Peanuts. Don't laugh. I know you're laughing. I read Peanuts. I have a couple of books that are from, that have all the comic strips, just straight comic strips. It's all black and white, no color, from the 1950s. I think it goes into the 60s, of just straight up comic strips from Charles Schulz. And you know what? It really reminds me of what we thought about when we were kids. He was so much better. Hey, it's Tim, and today Audrey and I visited the Charles M. Schulz Museum. I love peanuts. Do you know why? As a 52-year-old man, I am constantly bombarded, as most people are, with things of life, the serious things that we have to think about and do, pay our bills, go to work, put oil in the car, fix the screen door, blah, 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 blah. And when I read Peanuts, Charles M. Schulz, Peanuts, makes me think like a kid. It reminds me of what we thought about when we were kids, and it's awesome. Read you some Peanuts today. These kids, I don't know, he was an adult when he wrote this stuff, but how did he know? How did he remember that kids don't have that kind of influence yet in their lives? And so the things that they think about and talk about are so simple and so, for an adult, refreshing. Just to think about this, just so simple. And I recommend, at this old age of 52 of myself, that you pick up some Peanuts and read it today. It'll make you smile. Here's the big Laguna Lake. Remember, I walked across this last time in the last video and there was cows and stuff. The big Laguna Lake. See, it's bigger. That's why they call it that. I've passed a lot of mountain bikers and other hikers today because it is Sunday. It's a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon here in the wilderness. And ooh, these look like thorns and stuff. Anyway, and I don't know if you ever do this. This might have something to do with me being older. I don't know, or maybe it's just a weird thing that I do that you'll think is gross. But when people pass me from the other direction, I'm kind of embarrassed. I smell them. Do they smell? Do they smell bad? Do they smell good? What do they smell like? And usually out here, you smell a lot of sunscreen. And it smells good. I like the smell of sunscreen. And so people ride by, I go, ooh, that's sunscreen. Now, on the counter side of that, I really hope that they're not smelling me, because I am not wearing deodorant. And I can smell myself already, and I've only been out here a couple hours. I'm kind of sweaty, but I've only been out here a couple hours. And I probably smell, but I like it. I like to smell nasty. I think it's fun to smell bad, but only out here, not like, not out at the restaurant for dinner or whatever, or when you're having dinner with somebody or around company. I don't do that, but out here I like to smell bad. So I wonder, do you do that? And as all YouTubers say, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't care. It would be cool if you liked it, but I don't care if you subscribe to the video or subscribe. Just watch. My subscribers don't usually watch my videos anyway, which is funny, but it's pretty out here and it smells really good. So hopefully that covers my smell. I'm going to find a place back there a ways. Remember I sat on that bench? I sat on that bench for a little bit, but I actually sat there a lot longer than what you saw, because that was some quiet time for reflection, meditation, looking out over the meadow. So I'm going to go over here and find a place to stop and eat my lunch, because it's almost noon and I've got a peanut butter pickle sandwich to eat. So I'm going to go right up there, I think, in those trees. There's some rocks and some shade, and eat my sandwich. You know what? I just thought of something. I just had a beautiful time in the shade on some rocks, and now it's hot. The weather said it was supposed to be 73 degrees up here today, and it might be, but when you stand in the sun, it's a bit warmer. No, that's not what I thought about. What I just thought about was, earlier I was talking about Peanuts, reading Peanuts cartoon strips and just kind of embracing the childlike humor and remembering what kids thought about. Another good thing to watch or pay attention to for me as an older person. I really believe this is Sesame Street. I know there's a lot of how do I be careful with this? There's a lot of assumed agendas revolving around this medium of entertainment and stuff on TV, whatever. But beside that, there is a lot of good-hearted philosophies and things being taught on Sesame Street. Even when I was a kid growing up, I watched Sesame Street. They teach you about different cultures, how to treat people. There's different kinds of people all around, and even recently, there's more emphasis on the special needs community and people who are different in all sorts of different ways. They've always had that, but it seems to be more prominent now, and it's just darn funny. You know, Grover and Mr. Johnson. You know, Grover continually will not recognize the fly in his soup. It's in his soup. It's not next to the soup. It's not under the soup. It's in his soup, and it's very funny. You could look that up on YouTube. There's a fly in my soup, Grover, Mr. Johnson. That kind of stuff. It's great. I need you to go watch that. That's really good stuff for remembering who we are sometimes. I just passed a guy walking the other direction. Just walking through the woods there, and he had his baby, maybe like a 2-year-old, maybe, I don't know, I can't tell anymore, I'm too far removed, maybe like a 2-year-old in a little papoose thing in the back, a little car seat, whatever, backpacking car seat for a kid. You know, they wear them on their back. We never had one of those, but and I saw this cute little kid. He's hanging out back there, he's smiling, he's kind of chilling, and I thought, I forgot how much I love holding other people's babies. So I asked him, can I hold your baby? No, I didn't ask him that. I wanted to, though, but I did not. But I forgot how much I loved holding other people's babies. I love holding babies. But then you give it back and you go on your way. But maybe, I guess, people you know. But yeah, I really do like holding other people's babies. They're soft and they smell good usually. And then you try to get them to smile or laugh or do something kind of baby-like, maybe funny or whatever. That's like the challenge. And then if they're not, you just give them back. That's great. But I'm almost getting back to the turnoff to go back up the canyon, back to where I parked. And so I want to take a quick moment to apologize. If you've made it this far, if you're still watching, congratulations. Thank you so much for watching this far in the video. But I want to apologize because I don't like being in the category of influencer. I don't necessarily want you to pick up my views. I'm not trying to talk you into anything. Nothing like that. I just want to share some stuff that I've learned in my life. Take it or leave it. Whatever. But yeah, there's a few people in my life that I bump into occasionally that are constantly trying to get me to see things their way. And like I think I said that earlier, but I didn't click on that. So we won't go into that too detail. But anyway, just I want to apologize for trying to influence you into a certain way. I'm not really trying to do that. I'm just trying to share. What was the one other thing? I guess that was it. So I'm almost back to the car. Thanks for watching. I think I'm done now. I've realized also that I've made a big circle and I'm on the back half of the circle and I've been walking a lot faster. Like whew. I need to slow down, listen to some John Denver, maybe some James Taylor, because I always bring my headphones, but I don't usually listen to them because I enjoy the peace and quiet. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed cathedral mountains, saw silver clouds below. Now he walks in quiet solitude in the forest and the streams. In the Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Great song, great song. Go hiking, listen to music. John Denver in the mountains. And we're back to the car. Check out this cool new sticker I got. It says I pee outside, and that is not because just that I'm an outdoorsy guy. It just means that I'm older now and I can't make it back to the bathroom in time, so I just go outside.